Go yard. I got so much motherfucking design on right now.
Break it down, bring it back, make it clap. I got 3 old thoughts, new block, where that thing. Bitches on my line, and you know they...
Have a good day to everyone. My name is Juber Cabanyelis from grade 12 HUMSS. And today, we will be discussing about quantitative research problem. Quantitative research is a systematic approach to exploring phenomena through numerical data analysis. Identifying the inquiry and stating the problem are crucial initial steps in the research process. This paper examines the nature of quantitative research problems, their sources, distinguish research question from research problem, provide guidelines for formulating them, discusses research problems in experimental research, explores types of quantitative research questions, and outlines various approaches to addressing these questions. Sorts of quantitative research problem. Quantitative research problems involve the investigation of measurable phenomena. They seek to uncover patterns, relationships, or differences among variables using numerical data and statistical methods. Quantitative research aims to provide objective and quantifiable answers to research questions. For instance, a quantitative research problem could be studying the impact of online learning on students' academic performance by analyzing test scores. Source of quantitative research problem. Quantitative research problem can arise from diverse sources, including literature gaps, identifying areas where existing research lacks comprehensive data or understanding. And the second is practical issues, addressing real-world challenges that require data-driven solutions. And the third is theoretical frameworks, testing a hypothesis derived from established theories. And number 4, social and policy concerns, investigating issues of societal importance that can be quantified. For instance, exploring the relationship between economic indicators and unemployment rates. And now let's go to the research questions versus quantitative research problem. Research question and quantitative research problems are related but serve distinct purposes. The research problem establishes the overarching issue, while research question provide specific inquiries that guide the study. Research questions help break down the problem into manageable components and serve as the basis for data collection and analysis. Some types of research problems. Number 1 is descriptive problems. These problems involve describing or documenting a particular phenomenon, event, or situation. For example, a researcher might investigate the demographics of particular population, such as their age, gender, income, and education. Number 2 is exploratory problems. These problems are designed to explore a particular topic or issue in depth, often with the goal of generating new ideas or hypotheses. For example, a researcher might explore the factors that contribute to job satisfaction among employees in a particular industry. And number 3, explanatory problems. This problem seeks to explain why a particular phenomenon or event occurs, and they typically involve testing hypotheses or theories. For example, a researcher might investigate the relationship between exercise and mental health with the goal of determining whether exercise has a causal effect on mental health. And number 4, predictive problems. These problems involve making prediction or forecasts about future events or trends. For example, a researcher might investigate the factors that predict future success in a particular field or industry. And the last, number 5, Evaluative problems. These problems involve assessing the effectiveness of a particular intervention, program, or policy. For example, a researcher might evaluate the impact of a new teaching method on student learning outcomes.
Good day, everyone. I am Joyce Bianca Martiso, a grade 12 HUMSS. For today's video lesson, I'm going to discuss the 8 guidelines in formulating a quantitative research problem and research question. 1. Formulate a research problem that is researchable, meaning open to empirical investigations. 2. See to it that you state your quantitative research problem clearly, concisely, and facilely if under EPA referencing style, not beyond 12 words. 3. Have your research problem focus on a general understanding of your research topic. 4. Construct a research problem that mirrors the importance of carrying out the research for finding answer or solution to a problem. 5. Let your quantitative research problem state a variables and their relationship with one another. 6. Construct an introductory statement to present your research problem, which is the main problem of your research. 7. State your research question or sub-problems not in the form of yes or no question, but in informative question. 8. Express your research problem and research question either in an interrogative or declarative manner, but some research books see that the former is more effective than the latter form. That's all the 8 guidelines in formulating a quantitative research problem and a research question. Next discussion, we have a research problem and experimental research. The previous lesson in this video that quantitative research may either be non-experimental or experimental, and that the latter is of 2 types. We have the true experimental or quasi-experimental research. In most aspects of experimental research, both of these 2 types have similarities, like both include selection of subjects, free and false tests, and that the use of treatment or control group. Among these 3 key aspects of experimental research, randomized selection it is leading characteristics, so much so that the absence of random selection of participants denies its identity as a true experimental and convert it into a quasi-experimental or semi-experimental research, in which the selection process takes place not by chance but by the experimenter's purpose or decision. Regardless of several contrasting characteristics of true and quasi-experimental research, both tackle research problems that require you to deal with these 4 basic elements of experiments. The first basic elements is the subject or object, people, place, things, event, a teacher. The second basic elements is the subject condition before the actual experiment. The third basic elements is the treatment, intervention, or condition applied on the subjects. The fourth basic elements is the subject's condition after the treatment. That's all about the research problem in experimental research. Next discussion is the type of quantitative research questions. We are going to cover the 3 types of quantitative research. First, we have the descriptive research questions. The meaning of this is to ask questions on a kind, qualifications, and categorize of the subject or participants. There are some examples of declarative research questions. Market researchers want to observe the habits of consumers. A company wants to evaluate the moral of its staff. A school district wants to understand well assess online lesson rather than textbooks. The second types of quantitative research is relation question, meaning or question about the nature and manner of connections between or among variables. Here are some examples of relation question. Which process is longest? What is the relationship between purchasing power and the business side? The third types of quantitative research is the causal questions, meaning reason behind the effects of the independent variables on the dependent variables. It the focus of this type of research question. Here are some examples of causal questions. What is the effect of exercise on heart rate? What is the effect of hand fatigue on lection time? What are the most potent vectors for disease transmissions? That's all about the types of quantitative research questions. Next discussion, we have the approaches to quantitative research. Likewise, you may start asking research problem or research question based on any of these two approaches. The first approaches is to deductive approach. Means your question begins from hunches or predictions or expectations about the outcome of your research. Ask question centering on a theory or concept. Discover the accuracy of the theory. Founder on variables to represent the extent of the applications of that theory. And make up your mind on which variable to study through observation, interview, or experimentations. Explaining the meaning of a variable based on its involvement or role in the research. Process, particularly, and the measurement. Manipulation or control of the concept applications. This giving such term its operational definitions. The second approaches is inductive approach. Means deductive approach goes from bigger ideas such as the theories or concept to smaller ideas. Conversely, inductive approach starts from smaller and simple ideas or bigger or more complex ones. Inductively formulated research question focus on description of things to prove an idea or a system. Central to this approach are specific details to prove the validity of a certain theory or concept. That's all about the two approaches of quantitative research.
jungle.